3, 2, 1. Fragments of silicon, not yet replaced with a neural network.
Welcome to another installment of Fragments of Silicon, European broadcast episodes or whatever. I don't think we have a formal name for this.
Yeah.
This is where we stick all the guests who live in Europe because it matches up with their time zone. Anyway, joining us this week, it is our great pleasure to have on the program, finally, Gregor Ebert of Headup Games.
Yeah, hi, that's me.
Indeed.
I'm happy to join you.
Yes. Longtime listeners of the broadcast might know the name Headup Games. We have reviewed a number of their projects over the years.
All, I think.
Maybe not that many, but it's certainly a lot. Like, we've already had about 2 this season, with a 3rd coming up soon here. And yeah, indeed, you've got a lot on your plate coming up.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing many games all the time, and now we have a little not a break at all, but less exciting time. Let's say it that way. The last weeks were very stressful. let me do that.
I can imagine. But before we get into that, we'd like to get to know the person presenting the games and such. And we'd like to start by asking, how did you get into this business? How did you get interested in video games?
Well, I'm coming from a complete other side. I was studying for teacher. And for many years, and at some point I said, well, that's not what I want to do for my whole life. And then, I contacted a guy who know since years now, who's working here, and he always said, okay, if you don't like this anymore, I can see that you don't do it. Just come by and contact me. Yeah, and then I learned another job. So now I'm PR manager here at Headup Games, and learned it in school again. So no studying anymore. It's more like a school work.
Right. And how have you found this job compared to the teaching gig?
Sorry, again?
How does this job compare to your last one?
Well, I never taught anybody except in a internship. But it's times are busy and sometimes are great. So I like the chat with journalists and people like that. I think much more than I would like the talking to students. I think I could do that as well, but nowadays I'm not sure if I really want to stand in front of a class. So I'm just happy to be here now, and even if it's stressy sometimes, it's a really great job.
Well, teaching is surprisingly stressful.
Yeah, I think so.
we have known other people, some of which work for us, that withdrew from a teaching profession because of the pressures of teaching.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing PR work for Headup Games?
Well, I think I started about 4 years ago, and as an intern then for 6 months, and then immediately got to this. Let me have a look. Some words I don't know in English. Well, it's just apprenticeship, I think. Yeah,
Yes.
and I did this for 2.5 years. But became PR manager after half a year of this apprenticeship because my predecessor left the company. So yeah, I just was asked to, hey Gregor, what about you? You can do that as well, so do it. And as I was in school 2 days a week, it was very stressful times. So yeah, but I stand it, and now I'm here, and it's great.
Yeah, and you even have your own intern now.
Yeah, right. And a very good one too.
And thus the loop continues.
Yes.
That's right.
I'm like, definitely a circle of life joke in there somewhere. Anyway, so moving onward to the slate of games, and
Yeah.
we have quite a few here to get through. So we'll start with truly on the Shadow Engine.
Do you want me to play the trailer?
Sure.
Yeah,
All
if you
right,
like.
give me one moment. All right, and the trailer is...
They said we had nothing to fear. They said the Melanians had peaceful intentions. I say they were lying. I do not do this for glory. I do not want a war. They say we are traitors. They can persecute us. They can hunt us down. I say, we will be the heroes this world needs.
All right. So, Trillion is a RPG style game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's RPG. The fights are what is it? Sorry.
Turn-based?
Yeah, thanks. And you're doing this with cards, so you have a bunch of cards and choose the cards for hitting the enemy, and it's very tactical. And yeah, perhaps did you guys play it already? We brought it to PC and Xbox before.
We have that slated for review next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
On PS4 then, I think.
Yeah, I'm seeing that it was recently released on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we did it on PC before, so if someone's interested, you can see it now on Steam, and also on Xbox One, and now we will bring it to PS4 as well.
And did the developer of the PC and/or Xbox One version, were they the ones behind this version?
Yeah, it's we sometimes have the following case that the developers come to us and ask us about publishing their game, and after we did the first versions for PC, for example, we ported internal here to other platforms. So we did it here with Xbox and PS4, and then bring it out as well on these platforms. And yeah, but of course we have the same share afterwards for us and the developers, so we don't get all the money also.
So basically, you handle some of the ports internally then.
Yeah, right. We have 2 developers here plus an intern right now, and they're doing the ports for most of the games. But sometimes it's done by other developers. Sometimes just someone we know and work with for some time already, or the developers of a specific game are porting the game themselves. It depends from game to game.
Right. This is important for later, like for other titles. But as far as Trulion goes, when did it get released onto the PlayStation Store exactly?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
When was Trulion released on the PlayStation 4?
It was last week. I think the 22nd of this month. And yeah, it's right now it's online on PlayStation Store in the US and UK and Germany as well as so Europe. Sorry, all over the world.
Well, I mean, is it available in Japan?
No, I don't think so, because it's a bit tricky to get on the Japanese PlayStation Store. And right now we are just doing Europe, Australia, the US, and I think Africa as well, but I'm not sure, to be honest.
Well, I have to defer to you on that, since not exactly sure how the structures of the various PlayStation networks work exactly.
Yeah. Well,
anyway.
it's they're all different people you have to go to, and yeah, sometimes it's just tricky. You have to have a company there or something, and if you don't have, you can't release the game there. So that's hindering often such appearance in the store.
All right. Yeah. Moving onward, a bit of a announcement here. We have a lot of games to get through, so it doesn't seem like we're doing an in-depth, detailed look. It's because there are seriously a lot of games on this list.
Also, a few of these games we have full reviews up available on the site if you want more details on them.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, or reviews are going to be pending, depending on circumstances. Anyway, coming up next is the Earth Atlantis. Actually, a rather anticipated game, especially from the Switch crowd.
For a reason.
Yes. Petty Fan, do you have the trailer queued up there?
Yeah, I just need to hit the play button.
All right.
Great. Thanks.
Nice.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, as you can see in the trailer, the art style is very unique, and it's about a post-apocalyptic world with very many sunken ruins you can explore, and besides there are some smaller enemies. Your main goal is to find all the bosses that are hidden in these world, and yeah, try to kill them. And it's a very neat gameplay. It's very direct, and yeah, a great fun to play.
It certainly looks it. Exactly what art style is it going for here? I mean, it's certainly unique, but I'm like, it kind of like, I'm not exactly sure what to call this.
Well, me either.
It almost looks like old-fashioned like architectural draft work.
Yeah, it's like old sketches, but not static, but yeah, fluid.
It definitely allows it to stand out.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it will come to. Oh, your dog is there as well. I think it will come to Switch in October now. But that's not definite. I can't promise, but I think so.
Yeah.
So very soon.
Yeah. So a tentative release date of October, maybe, possibly.
Yeah. Yep. I hope
honestly,
so.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a bit more optimistic than the sheet here has. It just says ASAP.
Yeah, that's right.
And I suppose that does belie a question. What made this game such an attractive fit for the Nintendo Switch?
Well, I think there are not many games with exact this gameplay mechanics, and as you can see, it's the visual style is just unique, and you won't find it on Switch right now. And I think you won't find many games that are looking similar on other platforms as well. So we'll bring it to PS4 and Xbox One later on, but that will come in 2018, I think.
So it's a Switch timed exclusive then?
Yeah, that's right.
And what sort of frame rate / resolution are we going for here in both docked and portable mode?
Actually, I don't know exactly. I think as it plays very well, so it could be 60 frames per second, but I actually don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd imagine that it being a shmup, it's probably going for 60 frames per second. You know.
Yeah, perhaps.
The bigger question is if this is going to be, like 1080p docked or 720p.
I think 720. Because it's not too easy to get it run so fluidly on a Switch.
That is the resolution of the actual portable mode screen. So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and are you handling the Switch version, or is it Pixelplex?
It's both. Some kind of. They are doing many stuff about the game, but we have our hands in it as well. So sometimes we're just try to find bugs and what is it? Improve the sorry. Yeah, the frame rates, etc. Yeah, right. Thanks.
Okay, no problem.
And in general, we always have a deep look into our games. So there's always a feedback to the developers if we find bugs or something. We have a producer here who's managing all the producing stuff and tries to find bugs and get rid of them.
Makes sense. In terms of collaborative works go. And what if when did you first come across Earth Atlantis? Like, did the developer come to you? Did you see it at a trade show?
I think we found them, but I'm not quite sure, because I always come to the project later if the contracts are are signed. But I think we saw this and came to them, but I'm not sure at all if in which direction that went that time back. It's sometimes the developers come to us and ask us about helping to publish the games, and sometimes we see a really great game and get to contact to the developers for doing this together.
Sounds about right. I mean, is there going to be a PC version?
I don't think so right now, but could have been done. Shouldn't be too difficult, but I have to be careful because the devs will kill me if I say that.
We've had some stories, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you always think, well, it's just a port, but the developers know it's not just a port. It's really hard work and 4 months and years partially. So,
especially if they're using a custom engine or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Speaking of which, is this game like built in Unity or?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Most of the games are created in Unity. Some older titles we brought to Unity to port it then to other platforms, because other engines are often a bit difficult to port. So we try to bring them all to Unity, and from that point we can easier port it to other platforms.
Makes sense. I mean, that is one of the benefits of Unity.
Yeah, right.
I suppose in relation to the Switch, have the developers been having any problems working in Unity on that platform?
No, I don't think so. I think we had some problems with the frame rates in the beginning, but that was solved very fast, and I think that was the only problem there.
That's good to hear. There's been some games recently that have been having problems on the Switch because of issues with Unity. It's like it's a refrain I've heard before when it comes to Unity and consoles. So it's not every game, but it does happen.
Yeah, definitely. But there are always some strange issues in the code you have to find and to get rid of, and it's not easy to be a developer. I'm very sure about that. I see that every day.
Oh yeah. We certainly hear it, a lot of the time, because we have a lot of pure developers on our program, and they do regale us with their tales of developmental woes. And right, moving along.
Real quick, we actually have a question from the chat. Rye Guy, or Retro Gamer Rye Guy, asked, what kind of soundtrack is this game going to have?
I don't understand the question, actually.
Like the genre of music that's going to be in the game. I believe that's what he's going for.
I don't know. I will ask my colleagues here in the background and try to get back to this later. Okay.
All
right. Leaving that for now, we do have to move forward. Up next is The Inner World: The Last Wind Monk. We're not going to spend too much time on this one because we actually did a full interview with the developer Studio Fizbin about a month ago.
All right, I'll just run this trailer on mute then, since if you want to see the full trailer with its audio, go see that interview.
Well, actually, that wasn't a trailer. That was footage that debuted on our show.
Oh, we didn't show the trailer? I totally forgot.
No,
Wow, I am on it today. All right then. Never mind
We
me.
can do that.
Yeah, I'm not smart. The trailer is coming up in a second.
No problem at all.
You must find him. Take up the search for the last Wind Monk. Only then can Asposia be saved. Did you sleep well?
What?
Now, stop daydreaming and pay attention. The flute noses are in danger.
We will hunt down every last flute nose!
Are you all complete idiots? That dude always seemed like a dictator to me. Nowhere is safe for us anymore. I'm not safe here anymore. You're not safe here anymore.
I've got to hurry up and find the last Wind Monk. Oh, this is pretty confusing.
And then we'll save the world, just like old times.
This reminds Bogo of the blood of his enemies. He should go wash it off.
right.
Yes. Yeah, I love the Inner Vault. It's one of my favorite game. So the first one, I was the intern here when we brought out the first one, and I tested it over and over again, and I loved it. And I think the second one will be even better. So I'm really excited about it. I love the humor. The guys from Studio Frisbin put some great kind of humor in it, and yeah, it's working in multiple what is it? Wait, multiple levels. So little children will just see the humor that is shown. Well, in the outset, but adults will see more sophisticated themes, so or topics. So there's a bit of xenophobia topics in it, and also the jokes are much more sophisticated for elder guys. Or older guys, sorry. Right. So I really like this complete stuff they're doing.
Right.
And one of the devs is actually here right now.
Where you are?
We're in Germany, near to Cologne, and yeah, he's just for a day here to see some more stuff and talk to our developers about the game.
Is it Sebastian?
No, it's Pepe. It's,
yeah. Sebastian's the one we had on our program.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on tour with him several times now. It's a great guy.
Mm-hmm. At any rate, so there's a bit of a weird publishing thing going on here. As
yeah, that's right. I don't know how to put it. We have a publishing deal with Calypso Media, so we are just doing the German version of the game in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, and mobile internationally afterwards. But Calypso is doing the international release, and will also put the first title together with the second one in a box. So yeah, that's a bit weird, but healthful.
Well, I don't really have much to commentate on that. It's a bit of an odd structure, but it gets the game out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and translating and publishing things in multiple countries can always be complicated.
Yeah, definitely. At least the publishing. I think the translating was done by us already because we just have German and English in it, but the publishing thing we just got their help in it. So to put it that way.
Makes sense. Anyway, moving right along. Next up, Runbow. So
yes.
So another game that is familiar to us. We actually interviewed 13 AM Games way back, like before the Wii U version came out.
Okay.
But this is actually about certain versions of the game, as you are the publishers of the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch versions.
Yeah, that's right.
So how did that come about?
That's another good question. I'm sorry about that, but often I don't know how the deals come to the final point. I think, well, I don't want to say something wrong, but I think we asked them if they're interested in a PS4 and Switch version, and that works very well right now. So we will do the PS4 version in the fourth quarter, Q4, and Switch will be in 2018 then.
Right. And so what's being done to the game to make it, for lack of a better term, fit on the PlayStation 4 and the Switch? Because remembering the original Nintendo Wii U version, it was really tailored around that system.
Yeah, that's right. We had to put down the number of players for local co-op for the PS4 because you just can't have 9 players on it. So there will only be 4 players. But we played it on the Gamescom last month over and over again with a journalist, and it's really a great game to play with some guys, and best is if you have a beer. And
right. And how many players is it still gonna have, like the 9 players like online, or?
Yeah, that's right. It will be again 9 players online for both versions.
Okay. And how is the local play going to work on the Nintendo Switch? Is that?
Yeah, there we will have 8 players. As you can use 8. What is it?
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons, thanks.
Well, you can also just link up 8 entire Switches together, but I guess you can use 8 Joy-Cons on one Switch.
Yeah, I think that's even more funny because you will sit in front of one screen and can hit each other.
I can imagine that being very awkward, given the size of the Switch screen.
But the size of the screen, yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, if you're playing it in like tabletop mode.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we did this before 20 years ago, did we? With very small screens and 4 players. I don't know, playing GoldenEye or something. It worked. It will work now as well.
True enough. And is 13 AM handling these ports or someone else?
Yeah, they're doing it themselves, and we're just giving some feedback and bringing it to the press and to the stores then.
All right. So moving onwards, The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, and indeed the deal with Nicholas.
Yes.
Well, a few months ago, it was announced that you'd be handling like the European retail distribution for all of their titles.
Not really. We have to
Okay.
be very careful about this.
Right.
I'm not sure if they announced anything. I don't know right now, but actually we only have signed Isaac so far, but not only for Switch, but also for PS4. And the PS4 version should come in Q4 as well.
And well, how did the Nintendo Switch version turn out in terms of physical release?
Well, I think very fine so far because it's a wonderful box, and many guys bought the US version without all the stuff in it, and what is it? Denied it? No, denied it. Regretted. So yeah, it's you can just buy it all over the world from Amazon UK or something, and yeah, it contains 2 very adorable sticker sheets and retro style NES manual from the first version of the game. So for all fans of the game, it's really a great box to have.
Right, and hopefully that works out well for you because Nicholas has been going physical for all of their releases on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, right.
And their problems with Europe have been well documented, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that can help expedite that situation, especially since everything from Cave Story, The End Is Nigh, and so on and so forth, don't have that physical release yet. And
yeah, that's right. We don't have a release date right now for those games. I don't even know if we all at all will do it or not. Mm-hmm. So I just can say no comment and please wait for an announcement.
Probably the smart thing. It's like you never know who's going to be listening. We've had these interviews show up on news sites. This interview probably will do that in some capacity. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, perhaps.
Believe me, it's happened before. Like, people study these interviews and they'll find a fragment and run with it.
Yeah, definitely. We the people went crazy when we announced the game, but didn't announce an exact release date. Mm-hmm. And on Twitter they killed us because I don't know. I just thought, hey, it's just a game.
Like I said, there's a lot of contention with European game players and Nicholas because, well, to not mince words, Nicholas has had a hard time putting out their games in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, we are there. Perhaps for longer. I hope so.
Well, we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, they have really great games. I would really hope to bring them out here as well. We'll see.
Right. So moving onwards, Slime Son.
Oh yeah. Slime Son is one of my favorite right now. Mm-hmm. I love the developers. I don't know if you already had an interview with them.
We didn't interview them, but we did review the game when it came out on PC. I liked it well enough. It was not really my cup of tea, but it was a good game.
Okay, yeah, it's very pixelated and very hard, but many people like that. And on Switch, it's a really great game to play. Mm-hmm. So you can see it here in the trailer.
Yeah. Petty Fan, do we have that queued?
It's
Good.
playing right now on mute, but yeah.
Okay, just making sure I'm not exactly looking at the screen.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so I suppose the big thing here is Slime Son is actually coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Yes, that's right. We brought it to Switch already and to PC. And later on, there will be a PS4 and Xbox One version. I'm very excited about that because I like to play on PS4, and we'll try to complete it there. We'll see.
Now, is that going to include the recently released DLC as well?
Yes, it will be in the game then immediately. So just from the beginning, and for the Switch version, we will bring it as well for free to the guys. So will be on all platforms then. It's Blackbird's Kraken.
Right. And
yeah, you first.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Right.
Yeah. Sorry. One thing on Metacritics. At the time at Gamescom, we had the best user critics at that time. Then some pixel haters dragged us down again, but back then we were on the top. And in general, Metacritic's rating is 85%. So it's you can see it's a good game. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough. Like, hopefully the game will fare well on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Well, yes, I played it already there, and it looks fine.
I suppose that begs another overall question.
Yeah.
Are any of your games optimized for the PlayStation 4 Pro or Xbox One X?
Yeah, that's a bit critical because we're no AAA publishers. I'm not sure about this. I think the most of our games won't have dedicated PS4 Pro support. But as you see on games like Slime Son, you really don't need it. So it won't change a thing if you have better pixels. I don't know.
No, that makes sense to me. Like, most of your games here are pretty, simple in comparison to, a AAA title.
Yeah, right. There are no millions in it, so it's just a matter of the number of developers and so on. So we don't have 100 guys here programming a game, it doesn't need to have definite PS4 Pro support. I think most of the games, but I think we will have some sooner or later, but you will get it from the press release. I won't hold it from you if it's the case. I'm pretty sure.
Pressing forward, we have Sium, Speedrunners from Hell, another game we looked at some time ago for its PC release, but now it's coming to, or it's been released on the Xbox One and it's coming to the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it's just out for Xbox One, and it's a very great game as well. I really like it. I'm not the big PC player, so I'm here waiting for the PS4 version as well to play at home until I die. I don't know. You can see gameplay for now because some big YouTubers already played it when it came out on PC, like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. They, as it's a really cruel game, you die a lot. They were screaming over hours. 4 hours, and it's a pleasure to see if you can stand YouTubers that are very loud.
That was kind of my reaction when I was playing Sium. It's just I don't we don't stream the games for streaming purposes. Like,
yeah. At least it's a really great game for that. But the levels are very short, so it's a speedrunner in first person view, and you're running through hell, through several levels, I don't know, and it's just about 20 seconds or so for one run. So if you die or you were too slow, you just hit a button and start again, and there's no loading time. So it's really great for people who want to be better than their friends or the whole world, I don't know. And yeah, it's a real pleasure to play.
Indeed, and I think something we didn't cover was the fact that this game has actually had multiple quote-unquote seasons.
Sorry, multiple seasons?
Like, that's the way Studio Pine framed, like season 2 or season 3, like additional level packs.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Well, the first one is already included in the console game. So it's not only 100 levels, but I think about 130. And later on there will be updates, and I'm pretty sure that they will bring it to the console as well then.
Makes sense. And how does the game feel with a controller?
Yeah, it's feeling great. I had my own feedback about this when I played it recently, because the strafing was a bit too fast, but they brought it down a bit. So you can imagine that it was very difficult to aim in that speed you would do it with mouse and keyboard. So we put in a button for bullet time, sorry. And with that bullet time, you're able to aim much more precise and not losing too much time when doing this. So yeah, that's much optimized for the controllers, and that way you can even play the harder ones and have fun with it.
Indeed. And moving onwards in other console ports, we've got Hero Defense.
Yeah, that's right. It was a very important game at the Gamescom so far, and at the last PAX, PAX West, I think. Yeah, it's a mix of MOBA-esque RTS elements, RPG elements, and tower defense ingredients. So the clue is that you don't have static towers, but you can always take your towers to different places and fight the enemies there. So I don't know if you no, you can't play it already, right? Because I didn't send keys yet.
No,
well,
we reviewed this game like last year or something. Like
okay, on PC, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we will bring it now to Xbox One and PS4.
Right.
I think it will come in Q4, but I'm not pretty sure about it. We will see. We don't want to push too much the developers, so better bring it a bit later than have a crappy game in the end. So they shall take their time. And as you can see, the development is done by the developers themselves, so we don't make the ports of it.
Right. We had Happy Tuesday on the program around time when the PC version launched.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I recall us liking it well enough. It's just I remember the game being rather difficult.
Yeah, it's also not my kind of game, to be honest, because I don't play that kind of games much. So when we had it on Gamescom, I tried to play it the days before, and I really couldn't do that. And then the developers showed me how to play the game really. And if you are known to that kind of games, it's really a great game. But if you're not tower defense guy like me, you just can't do this. But of course, well, everybody can try it, and if you understand the game mechanics, you can do it as well. So not just for that guys who know tower defense and RTS games.
Indeed. Let's see. We have some more games here.
We have too many.
Yeah. I'll quickly run through them. Like we only have about 10 minutes left. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Crazy Cars for iOS and Android.
Oh yes, that's Crashy Cars, I think. Except I wrote it wrong.
No, it's Crashy Cars. Sorry, I read that wrong.
Well, that's kind of easier game. So it's a one-tap game. So you tap once at the screen to start your car, and tap another time to move in 90 degrees direction, and you have to try to get as many cars as possible over the interception, and it becomes very chaotic after a few seconds. And well, I don't know much more about the game.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. We got Super Treasure Arena.
Okay. One thing about Crashy Cars in the US, you can also download it right now, and but we brought it only to US and Canada right now, and on Android, and later on it will come to iOS as well, and then worldwide. So if you're searching for it on Android, on iOS, you won't find it right now. Just to be clear.
Fair enough. Clarity is important in these matters. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Before we go to the next game, I would like to answer the question.
Go ahead.
If I can read fast enough what my colleague wrote. So. About the game in in Earth Atlantis.
Right,
it's,
the music of Earth Atlantis.
Yeah, right. It's classical orchestrated music, and fits very well to the scenes you'll see there, and some encounters of bosses will filled with deep drums, and the overall music is with drums, violins, horns, synthesizers, like that. So no too much synthetic, but a mix of synthetic and orchestral, classical or orchestrated.
That sounds like it would fit pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of the sense I got from the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Next. Next.
Yes. Super Treasure Arena.
Yeah, Super Treasure Arena came out, I think, last year already on PC. Mm-hmm. It's a 4-player action game. Let me see here. Okay. And we'll bring it to Switch soon. I think it will come in Q4 again. All the games now are coming in Q4, as you can see. And it's just made by one developer, and he's a good friend of us here. So we hope it will be a good game on Switch because it's just fitting very well on it, as it's a bit like in the kind of old NES games and stuff, and it's about collecting coins. So you're going over the levels, see the level from above, and collect coins and weapons. And with that weapons, you can hunt the other players as well as AI players or creeps. I don't know. And they all drop coins, so you try to get as many coins as possible. Very fun with 4 players, definitely. Again.
Sounds like it. Fine. Let's see, Panzer Party.
Panzer Party is for 4 players as well. One of the developers is one guy here working at Headup Games, and he started here, I don't know, a year ago, I think so, and for half a day first, but now he's working here all day, and it's about as the name says it's about tanks, so Panzer in German, and you drive a tank or fly what is it? Help me. Aeroplane.
Yeah.
Or drive a ship, and can shoot in several directions. Except the aeroplane can only shoot to the front, and it's just a party game. So you'll go to the maps with 4 players, and there are several modes like capture the flag, team deathmatch, normal deathmatch, etc. And there are some effects that will appear in the game from time to time, like tornadoes or any other stuff. It's very cartoonish, the whole game, and it's just it's a great couch co-op, or couch not co-op, competitive game. Very funny as well.
Right, and that's coming, what, 2018?
Yeah, I think so. I think it will be in 2018. If it will come earlier, I will let you know.
Indeed. And let's see, I suppose we'll conclude with a announcement for Looter Kings, as it just got a thing called Goblin Ball.
Yeah, that's right. We released Looter Kings a while ago, I think 2 or 3 months ago, and it's about going with our friends through dungeons and looting all the dungeons and killing many other IA guys. Yeah, and with Goblin Ball, it's a new mode you can play, and it's a bit like what is it, Rocket League, but with goblins, and like in Rocket Beans, you try to get a big ball into the enemy's goal, and you don't only have the opponents, but from time to time there are monsters coming to the playing field and try to kill you. So it becomes quite hectic after a while, but also very fun to play on a PC. Goblin Ball is for 4 players as well, like the original Looter Kings, but here you play 2 against 2. And you have several classes you can choose. So someone who just shoots from the distance and tries to get rid of the monsters, while the other guy tries to get the ball into the goal.
It looks pretty fun.
Yeah,
Let's give it a try sometime here. Anyway, are there any other announcements you wish to make at this time?
Yeah, I would like to show you one game, or not to show you, but to talk about it. It's called Trüberbrook. The word is German. I think in English you can call it Trüberbrook or something. And it's looking really great. It's an adventure game, and the environments are created by real miniature scale models. So it's about, I don't know, 1 meter by and a half in the wide. I don't know. And these models, these miniature models, get lighting. So the whole scene looks really real, and it's a great setting. The setting in general is a mixture of Twin Peaks and X-Files, and yeah, you will see it soon. Soon we will send out a press release about this and announce the game openly. Right now, you can find it on adventuregamer.com, for example. They already wrote a preview of the game, and I'm really excited about it. We presented it at Gamescom, and the people were just stunned. So we'll see how it will work later then.
And what platforms are you aiming for with this game?
Well, nearly all platforms this time. So we will directly try to get it to PC and all three consoles as PS4, Xbox One, and Switch as well. And if it's coming to mobile, we'll see later.
Right.
But yeah, all console players and PC players can get to this adventure, and we'll have fun with it.
I'm looking forward to, well, actually seeing this game. And
how do you spell the name of this?
It's Trüberbrook. It's TRU. If you go to the website, it's TRU. Sorry, it's a bit difficult. EBER BROOK. If I'm right, I can just send it over.
Sure.
Give me a second.
That probably help.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
just wondering. Yeah, that sounds about what I expected for German, but I wasn't sure about how it ended.
And here's the trailer. If you have the time, if we have the time to show it.
Sure. Petty Fan, why don't you cue that up?
Okay, great. It's just about how the game is made, and yeah, the backgrounds are really great and stunning.
Yeah, it looks really pretty.
I rarely saw such games. Perhaps I can put the picture here in it as well. Yes. Oh yeah, it's running great. Yes. As you could see, it's coming to Kickstarter soon, but the developers will do this themselves, and afterwards we will bring it to the press and bring it to the several platforms as well.
Right.
Oh, I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah. I'm like,
me too.
Looks interesting. Like,
yeah, it's a graphic adventure or point-and-click adventure on PC. Like the style of or the kind of the inner world, and I'm really excited. The game's set in densely forested what is it countryside of Germany, so 1960s German countryside, and you're playing as a young American psychist, Hans Tannhäuser or Tannhauser. Actually he's seeking for serenity, but then he's going to save the world.
Like,
because isn't that just the way you go on vacation to try to clear your mind, and you end up having to save the world?
Every time when I go on vacation.
I'm really digging the art style here.
Yeah, definitely. It's something new, definitely. So won't see it again so soon, I think.
It reminds me of like a game Telltale or something like that.
Okay.
Like in terms of like 3D graphics.
Yeah, right. I don't know which one, but I heard from the developers that some guys asked them about the similarities, but they told me, if it's the game you think about, that they are doing it in a complete other kind or style to build these backgrounds and that stages.
Right.
Well, obviously using actual physical model styles is going to be unique.
Right. As you could see here in the trailer again, they're just creating it. I don't want to know how long this takes to build one of these stages.
Like it looks.
They love it. Yeah, right. The guys love it, and the results are just fantastic.
Yeah, I'm like definitely keeping an eye on this one, and I look forward to hearing more about it. Now, we'll definitely have you on the program again in the future.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of projects.
Yeah.
No. You always seem to have a lot of projects, so. So I definitely see that occurring. That's kind of how it works here. If people have things to talk about, we have them on the program. The more things they have to talk about, the more that we have them on the program.
I hope next time we won't have 10 or 20 games, but just 4 or so to go more into detail.
Right. Well, I mean, this sometimes happens. Sometimes the publisher or the developer has, a ton of games they need to get through. So it's like you have to spend 5-10 minutes at most on them. You cover everything, but you don't get a lot of depth. It's the trade-off. Right. But it's like hopefully, definitely looking forward to having you back on the program. Hopefully we can go into depth with some of these things.
I'm pretty sure. And you always or often get to review the games, so you will go in detail then.
Of course.
It's your job.
All right. Thank you for once again for being on our program, Gregor.
Yeah, thank you. Well.
Yeah, it's like it's been a pleasure. It's certainly enjoyable to review your games and all that stuff, and looking forward to what you have coming in the future. So,
a lot again. Right. Okay, then have a good day. Mine is over soon here in Germany.
Yeah,
and hope to see you soon.
Indeed. All right, that'll about do it for this installment of Fragments of Silicon. Be sure to tune in our regular time, 9 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. This week, we actually don't have a guest. Things fell through with our scheduled guest this week because they're Japanese, and we could not reach an agreeable time. Like when we broadcast, it's our evening, their morning. They couldn't do that, and it just didn't work out. So, and we did resolve the issues with Bandai Namco. They're sending us a new representative. This will be our third one, Cyrus. We'll be talking about Project Cars 2 next week, but this week we're going to be doing a double topic week. We're going to be talking about Mech Warrior and NBA 2K18. Yeah. I'm like, it's got to be profound if we're talking about a sports game here.
Yeah.
Because we do not talk about sports games. We do not care about sports ball games unless there has been just, oh my God, this.
We're going to have fun tomorrow.
Yeah. So until that time, I wish you good gaming by not playing NBA 2K18.